Hey, what's up, Aries? Welcome to the weekly tarot reading for the week of June 19th to the 25th. Let's see what y'all got. 5 card, past, present, hidden influences, advice, likely outcome. Had some ones with a lot of endings this week. Let's see what comes up for Aries. Hierophant reversed. All right, it's a little being unconventional. Fool reversed. I'm gonna finish something up. 2 of Pentacles, hidden influences. I think it's the third time I've gotten that one in 5 readings. 8 of Swords reversed for the advice, using tact. And then the 7 of Wands as the likely outcome. All right, this is good because I see these 2 cards related very much. Yeah, see. All right, this is great. All right, Aries. So, okay, this is a past card for the Hierophant. Is maybe you're going against orthodoxy. Maybe as an Aries could possibly do is you're charging into something new and being your authentic self and doing something that other people might not be expecting of you to do. And this is also I like the Hierophant reversed. I think it's a very positive card because I think a lot of people might look for the external authority to connect them to spirit without knowing that like we can have that direct experience ourselves. We can have that Ace of Wands, that fire, that inspiration, and go forward on that basis. We don't have to go through the intermediary to get that. So then we had that experience. Maybe there's a bit of a delay because we got Fool reversed. So in order to start anew on whatever that thing is, we have to finish something else out here. Let me see. Looking for a little more clarification because we've got a wand there, a sword there, a pentacle there. We don't have a cup. All right, we've got justice. I don't know if it has to do with some sort of karmic action. Pentacle, 4 of Pentacles on the Fool. So yeah, maybe it has to do with money. Maybe it's like a new job, some sort of practical matter, a project, something to do with home, setting up security. So it seems like, okay, this kind of like the security, or we're going to go a new route. So maybe it's like we invested in a 401k plan or something like that because that's a very conventional thing to do, but now we've learned from that experience, or we learned other things, and we want to do something different with our investment. We can get a higher return with this other thing, but it's unconventional. It's not something that so-called experts would advise. I'm getting some sort of financial endeavor, and before we can start that, I think there's something that needs to be completed. So maybe it's finishing up paperwork or addressing the situation with somebody else who has a investment or a stake in whatever that investment is, or if it's a change to the homes, the people that you live with as well. And so that's what I'm getting here is that this hidden influences is like there's a balancing act going on. It's like, well, we've got 1 foot in the old and 1 foot in the new. We're still trying to balance right now. There's a bit of a emotional association with both that's a little topsy-turvy. But, we're managing right now. Like he's definitely able to do this balancing act, even though, it's not something that you necessarily want to do forever. So this is the advice here is the 8 of Swords reversed. We had this on the Pisces as well, I think in the same spot. But this has to be, it goes back to the 7 of Swords, in which the man is taking swords from the enemy camp. He's taking the weapons away. So instead of fighting head on, he's using tact. And I think it's a great lesson for everybody, but maybe Aries especially, is that we've got different thoughts about how things need to be in this financial sort of home area. but there can be a tactful way to approach it. So instead of having the fight and say my way or the highway, maybe there is like a. I mean, I know he's stealing the swords from the opposition, but it shows this kind of mental illumination, this process of like being able, maybe he can understand the other's point of view, just like he understands in the enemy camp, well, they're not going to be paying attention to him at this time, so he can go do it. But I think there's a lending of understanding that can be given to opposing points of view, and then you can still act in the best way as you see fit. And so, you're not confined here. There's different ways that you can act. It's not a binary decision of this or this. There's many other ways that can be addressed that actually might assuage or satisfy the different parties, not just you, but you and those around you. And that's the result is kind of this like I like this card, especially in relation to the Hierophant reversed, because I see this as somebody who's willing to stand up and defend themselves amongst kind of this mob or sheep or conventional thought. Somebody who's willing to stand up. Like these people holding wands out here, they don't have faces because they don't really need to. They're just they all believe the same thing, and they're all kind of, fighting back against this guy, but they're from a lower position. He has a higher position. I think he comes from a place of higher mind, and he's willing to defend himself against the people that don't agree with him. And I think that's really good, especially for an Aries, but especially for everybody nowadays. I think people who are willing to try new things, take so-called risks, they're going to receive great rewards from doing so. And I mean, not just, I mean, I think like you'll have this experience of being wise and then not feeling fear of doing something different going forward. But I actually think like there's a major, financial relationship sort of benefits that come from this. You're out with the old and in with the new. It's inevitable. We're in Aquarius, allegedly. So that's what I got for you, Aries. Hope you enjoy. I think that was a good one. Really enjoyed that one. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great week, and later.